I made the video first, which in hindsight I shouldn't have done, but we're just going to see how it goes, and I'm going to try to do this voiceover. Buoyancy is the ability or tendency to float in water or air or some other fluid, according to Google. It's what makes things float. We have an extra credit project for this assignment, and I have no idea what to do. Naturally, I scour the interwebs, and then I'm like, I could just try a video, I guess. So it feels like we have about 1,000,000 equations to use for this, but I just want to try to go over it conceptually. And I will do so in song form. No, I found this cool YouTube video about buoyancy, so I'm going to try to explain this. Say you drop an egg into a cup of water. Naturally, it'll sink. If you fill that cup with salt, the egg will be suspended in the water. But why does this happen? In the cup of water, the force of gravity on the egg is greater than the force of buoyancy on the egg, meaning the egg will go down. In the cup of salt, the force of gravity is equal to the buoyant force on the egg, meaning it will be suspended in the liquid. All of this has to do with the density of each of the substances. What's important is that the density of the salt water is greater than the density of the water. The density of the egg is greater than that of water, and the density of the egg is equal to that of salt, which leads us to why it sinks, or it floats, or it doesn't. Think of density as how compact something is. In this case, the egg is more compact, or you could say heavier than the water, so it would sink. On the other hand, with the salt water, it's pretty much the same, so it will stay not floating and it won't sink. It'll just stay submerged in the liquid, which I think is really cool. What I found weird about it, though, was that I just immediately assumed that the egg would stay at the bottom of the liquid in both the salt water and the normal water. When I think of an egg, it's heavier than water, and I would imagine that it would be heavier than salt water. But when you actually look at the densities, it makes sense why the egg would stay submerged but not sink. This is because the buoyant force of the salt water is equal to the force of gravity on the egg. What's really cool is that this can be applied to space training. NASA's Neutral Buoyancy Lab basically makes it so we are an egg in salt water, except we are a human in normal water. Each astronaut's suit is weighted down according to their own weight so that zero gravity can be simulated. We are using concepts of buoyancy and density to simulate outer space. Just think about that for a second. So I hope I gave you a good review of like density and buoyancy, and the NASA thing I think was actually super duper cool. And please give me 100. Okay, thanks. Bye.